Again, we have what is called negation of modal auxiliaries. Negation of modal auxiliaries, which requires some more attention. Here, depending on the scope of negation, if you remember in the third year, you have tackled with what is called modal auxiliaries, and each auxiliary or each modal auxiliary has its own meaning. For example, when I have can may indicate possibility, may indicate ability, may indicate permission, imply permission, and each modal auxiliary has its own meaning in certain contexts. So, accordingly, there is some sort of some sort of attention, more attention to the negation of modal auxiliaries. Scope of negation, please pay attention to this one. May or may not include the meaning of the auxiliary itself. May or may not include the meaning of the auxiliary itself. We therefore distinguish between auxiliary negation and main verb negation. وأقصد بالauxiliary negation means I negate the meaning of the modal auxiliary. I negate the meaning of the modal auxiliary. And main verb negation, I negate the lexical verb that come with the main or the modal auxiliary. Let us see. This one. Auxiliary negation. May not, may be permission. Digital permission. Please, students, and keep this in mind. May not means permission. If may indicate permission. You may not go swimming. You may not go swimming. Here we are. هنا السكوب of negation ده يشمل لنا auxiliary itself. The meaning of the auxiliary itself. فراح نمتد هنا from the auxiliary to the end. تشوفون means you are not allowed. Allowed meaning يعني same as what permission. أقدر أقول you are not allowed. You are not permitted to go swimming. Now ده ننفي the meaning of the modal auxiliary. Okay. Cannot or can't in all senses. When I go in all senses, possibility, ability, or permission. يعني the meanings of can, possibility, ability, and permission. طبعا هذه impolite permission. Yeah. You cannot be serious. اللي هي possibility. You cannot be serious. The meaning of can here means possibility. Possibility. So, from what? From the meaning of the modal auxiliary to the end. That's why I negate تشوفون النوت هذه قبل meaning of the modal auxiliary. It is not possible that you are serious. You cannot go swimming. هنا what? Permission. Here again ده نشوفون ده ننفي احنا هنا not قبل meaning of the modal auxiliary. Cannot ride a bicycle. She means she is not able to ride a bicycle. Can here means what? Ability. So it is what? From the modal to what? To the end of the sentence. Again, هذه what? I negate the meaning of the modal auxiliary. Please keep this in mind. May not means permission. Okay, permission. Will can, cannot in all senses, possibility, permission, and ability. Move to what? Need not, needn't. Need not, needn't. You needn't pay that fine. Means you are not obliged. Meaning of need here is what? Obligation. هنا ده ننفي not, ده ننفي meaning of need اللي هو obligation. It needn't always be my fault. هنا necessity, logical necessity. The meaning of need here, logical necessity. So here I negate the meaning of need, not the main verb. Move to what? To other possibility in which I negate what? The meaning of the main verb. طبعا احنا نعرف انه كل المودل auxiliaries تجي وياها main verb. okay, can, write, could be وهكذا. So maybe I negate the meaning of the model, or I may negate main verb negation. If I have may not meaning possibility, هنا ما راح ننفي meaning، راح ننفي main verb. That may not bother to come if it is what. That may not bother to come if it is what. So in such a case I will exclude the model. يعني exclude the model starting from not in order to what? To negate the main verb here. If it is possible وياي تشوفون الحد هذه it is possible. تشوفون جملة مثبتة وكل شيء ما بيها اللي هو meaning of may. It is possible that they will not bother to come. Will not bother to come. نادي ننفي main verb of the sentence. What about will nots or won't؟ طبعا هاي will not بالfull form will want بالcontracted form. In all senses you know the meaning of the uses of will and the prediction with all its types of a prediction. I have willingness, what else? Habitual prediction, specific prediction, timeless prediction, يعني willingness, insistence again. Yeah. Listen. Don't worry. طبعا من تشوفون ال will not, will want in all senses, in all meanings of will, pay attention that you should negate the meaning of the main verb, not the meaning of will. Please student. يعني exclude will. Exclude will. Include only the main verb only. Yes, please. Don't worry, I will not interfere. Don't worry, I will not interfere. وياي نادي نستثني will starting from not to the end. I am willing. The meaning of will here willingness. I am willing not to interfere. حد الwill هنا ما عندي أي مشكلة. كلها positive. When صار negation before the main verb in order to negate it. He will not do what he is told. What he has told, sorry. Now the meaning of will, insistence. Meaning of will, insistence. That's why it starts from the not, excluding will, started from not to the end of the sentence. Here, he insists on not doing. Now, the main verb, the auxiliary verb بقى نفسه يعني the meaning of the modal auxiliary positive لكن the main verb is negative. They won't have arrived yet. The meaning of will here prediction. Again, no negation for the meaning of will, but there is a negation for the main verb. Again, I have shall not with shan or shan't in all senses, in all meanings of all uses of shall. What are the uses of shall? عندي insistence وعندي willingness. Again, I have obligation. Yeah. Listen. Don't worry. You shan't lose your reward. نفس طبعا نفس الوll هنا ما عندي أي إشكال بها. The meaning of shall here is willingness. So no negation for willingness. There is a negation for losing. Oh yeah. To see. Yeah. That you do not lose your reward. I shall not know when you return. The meaning of shall here is what? A prediction. Yeah. Again I have what? must not, mustn't. Must not and mustn't if they are meaning what? Obligation. If they are no meaning obligation. Must not and mustn't. طبعا no negation. Please you cannot negate what? Must. Please you negate what? The main verb. You mustn't keep us or waiting. You will oblige me by not keeping us or waiting. وياي يشوفون النيجيشن وين يصير for the main verb اللي يجي بعد ال modal auxiliary. ought not or tend both senses اللي هو الابليكيشن والنecessity هم إذا نشوفن so the negation for the main verb not for the meaning of the modal auxiliary. Again, I have certain auxiliaries like can and need follow the pattern of auxiliary negation, while others will, shall, must follow that of the main verb negation. وياي نفس اللي قلنا كل need بال all senses تاخذ وين auxiliary negation in which I negate the meaning of the modal auxiliary. لكن will و shall must تتبع القاعدة مال negation of the main verb. Yes. But I have some modal auxiliaries that they are what negate both يعني they are in between like may if it is permission راحت وين للمodal auxiliary negation. if it is possibility when اجت للmain verb. so may belongs to the former group يعني auxiliary negation in its permission sense, but to the latter group اللي هو main verb negation in the sense of possibility. Mustn't is not used at all and must not only rarely in the necessity sense. Instead we can use cannot in the sense of impossibility. يعني you cannot use must not. If you want to say this that something is impossible to occur, you should use cannot. Thus the negation of you mustn't be telling lies إذا ريدنا في هذه الجملة you cannot say you must not be telling lies. No. Instead you should say you cannot be telling lies. A coming auxiliary negation of must is needn't, which has the two meanings of non-obligation and non-necessity. Must we pack it now? No, we needn't till tomorrow. Because of diametric opposition of meaning between permission and obligation. يعني what does it mean by diametric opposition? يعني some people there is some sort of confusion, some sort of ambiguity between permission and obligation, and would seeming equivalence. They seem to be the same. Exists between may nots, non-permission, and mustn't, obligation not to. Okay. You may not go swimming today. You may not go swimming today. هذه you may not ينطي يعني متى ينطي permission. That's why you mustn't go swimming today. إنه what obligation not to go swimming. Here not permission وهنا obligation not to. حسن ليش تقولين ست non permission وهنا تقولين obligation not to. Non permission because if you remember if I have such a sentence in which may means permission, I negate the meaning of the modal, not the main verb. In contrast with must, if it means application, I negate the meaning or the meaning of the main verb, not the meaning of the modal auxiliary. On the whole, the past tense negative auxiliaries and the mightn't, couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't follow the same negative pattern as the present tense equivalent subject to the provision described. Okay. I hope you are getting some benefit from my explanation. Please, student, please, if you have any difficulty, any question, any suggestion, if the procedure of explaining the material is not too clear, please tell me. I am ready to to be with you online, as I've decided before, on Tuesday at 10:30 to 5:30 by God's will. All the best. Be safe, please. Thank you.